Glory to Jesus Christ. Father Photius here. I hope everybody's doing all right this evening. We are here to discuss the miracles of Christ on this wonderful Saturday evening, preparing for Sunday morning liturgy. Today, we're going to discuss the 24th Sunday of Pentecost and the reading therein, which is the raising of Jairus' daughter and the healing of the woman with the issue of blood. There are two miracles in this particular gospel reading. The long and the short of it, with Jairus is the ruler of the synagogue. He's the one in charge. He has a daughter who is very sick, and he approaches Christ and says, "Okay, Lord, if you can come to my house and place your hands on my daughter, then she will get well." He has this very specific, very structured, very kind of formulaic request for Christ. And within this same story, framed within this story, is the woman who has an issue of blood. She has had this problem for 12 years. The same amount of time that Jairus' daughter has been alive. And this infirmity of hers has rendered her unclean, unable to enter into the temple of the Lord. So that for all of those years, she has not been able to enter the temple and worship God, draw near to God. This has kept her at the edge of everything. Not only that, but she had spent all of her money on doctors. And for her, it was enough that she believed it was enough that she should just be able to touch the hem of Christ's garment, and then she would be healed. What we have here in this reading are examples, two different examples of two different levels of faith. The faith of Jairus is very weak. He believes that he has it figured out. He believes that if Jesus can just do this, if he can do this and do this and do this, then my daughter will be okay. Whereas the woman with the issue of blood knows that it's enough that she can just be close to Christ, that his holy presence will be enough to heal her. And her faith is held up by Christ and praised. When he stops the crowd and says, "Wait, somebody touched me," St. Peter's response is, "Lord, seriously, the crowd is pressing on you and you say, 'Somebody touched me.' Of course somebody touched you. Everybody's around you." He said, "I felt virtue go out from me." And when it came about that the woman could see that she was no longer concealed, she comes before him trembling, wanting mercy. But our Lord Jesus Christ reveals her not to condemn her or to humiliate her, but to demonstrate the greatness of her faith and to, in some ways, contrast it with the faith of Jairus. Her faith was so great that she believed if she could only touch the hem of his garment, that she would be made completely well, and that she could again enter the temple of the Lord to worship. Her faith was that great, he wanted to hold that faith up and praise it. Within this same reading, we see that our Lord, on his way to heal Jairus' daughter, we see that his daughter dies. And this is one of the resurrections which our Lord performs. He does this only in the presence of the girl's parents and in the presence of Peter, James, and John, those who were closest to him and the ones who, although not getting it fully, got it the most. He clarifies things, demonstrating that she is indeed dead when he says, she's not dead. She's only sleeping. Well, people ridicule him. They laugh at him and say, hey, we've seen that she's dead. You haven't. So this serves as proof positive that she is indeed dead, so that when she is raised, there can be no misconception as to what happened. Oh, well, she was just asleep and he woke her up. No, she was dead and he raised her up. This is an instance of a resurrection in the very first stage of death. The girl is still on the bed upon which she died, and her spirit is called back to her. Even though Jairus' faith is weak, he is elevated. He is elevated. He has shown that Christ is greater than he thought he was. That he thought that Christ could only do this, and he thought that Christ wouldn't be able to help his daughter anymore. Okay, just as he was told, don't trouble the master any further. She's dead. Christ shows that, no, there is indeed a great deal more that he can do. So, brothers and sisters, I encourage your faith. And I encourage you not to bemoan not to bemoan it if you have weak faith. God will take that even, okay? If you give it to him, he will take it and he will increase it. God bless you and keep you, and we will see you tomorrow evening. See ya.